Yeah, I have to do this. First of all, you're going to have to forgive my voice. I've been losing it because I've been doing a lot of recording this week. But this one's a big one, and I got to read this because it mimics many of the sentiments that I've been sharing for a while about Bibi Netanyahu. And I'm just telling you this right now. The truth is coming out. Now, there's a reason why I'm bringing this out, and I'm going to get to it in just a second. But I want to read a portion of an article by Carolyn Glick, and I want you to pay attention because what she writes is dead accurate. And I also want you to know that the truth will always set you free. So here's the truth about Bibi. Let me read this to you. It says the corruption trial of former Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu in the Jerusalem District Court has been going on for the past 2 months. These are not going well for prosecutors. And that's very true. The prosecutors are falling on their face because they're dirty and they're corrupt. But I'm just going to leave that be. She goes on to write, Israel State Prosecution submitted a list of 333 witnesses, and it front-loaded its best ones. So far, 8 have taken the stand, and all of them have obliterated the prosecutor's case. Longtime Israeli jurists and former prosecutors attest that this is the worst presentation of evidence they have ever seen. It's absolutely crazy. By the way, it's interesting. They have been trying to build a case that Bibi has been dangerous and that he has been corrupt and really damaging to Israel, which nothing could be further from the truth. These are all lies. But it's interesting. I want you to listen to what she has to say in part of this coverage. Actually, I'm just going to talk about it because I think it's a lot easier said than me just simply going on and reading an article. But one of the accusations that's been made is the fact that Bibi has been sort of twisting the arm of certain regulators in order to give favor to a news web service that actually has been writing bad things about him from the very beginning. Now, supposedly, Bibi was supposed to do favorable things for this web service, but this web service was supposed to, in exchange, give him good coverage. Well, of course, nothing of a sort happened. We know that. The evidence is beginning to come out regarding that. And this supposed news service that was supposed to give Bibi all kinds of good coverage gave him nothing but bad coverage. The bottom line is, liars are liars. These people continue to not tell the truth. And as a result, I can tell you this right now, they are putting into motion, fast forwarding into motion, the destructive effect of Iran and many other countries that are around Israel. People are not seeing it, they're not watching it, but the reality of it is, Bibi was the only person that went out of his way to ask for massive sanctions against Iran to make sure that Iran and their Ayatollahs would not be able to take money and put it towards funding in the nuclear programs. He's been asking to do this for over 10 years, yet a majority of the people working in the IDF have been working against him, and a lot of the international community has been working against him. And here we go. Now Iran is a much bigger problem than any of us think. Folks, all I'm saying is it goes down to this. We know eventually Iran is going to team up. It's going to happen. They're going to team up with Russia. They're going to team up with Turkey. We know this according to the Bible. They're going to team up with many other countries led by the leader of Russia, and they are going to attack Israel. Israel will be surprised by the attack. They will not be expecting it. Probably because of the overwhelming amount of normalization agreements that are going on. There's no real telling why they're going to be as surprised as they will be, but Ezekiel 38 seems to imply it. But here's the thing that everybody forgets. God is going to be the one that is going to give Israel victory. Israel will not lose. They will prevail, no matter how overwhelmed it might look, no matter how bad it might look. Folks, all the things that we are seeing right now, including this bogus corruption charge on Bibi, is all going towards the biblical narrative. And I'm telling you, folks, open up your eyes because Jesus is coming soon. I keep saying this. I say it again and again and again and again. And I will tell you this, because no one's putting any kind of media attention on it. The news aren't saying it. Nobody's really saying it. I'm telling you, Bibi's going to come out of this thing innocently. He is. He is going to come out of this thing looking good. And I'm telling you, if the Israeli government falls apart, which it will, its organization will fall apart, I believe Bibi will be the next person back in there to start fixing some of the problems we're seeing over there. I hope he can do it before it's too late, because things are not looking good in Israel right now. But I can just simply say this. Everywhere we look, we're finding evidence that Jesus is coming soon. Let's not forget it, folks. Keep our eyes looking up, because the signs are everywhere. Let's start taking what we're seeing seriously and understand that God is on the throne. God bless you.